stand here amidst my achievement, not yours!
Krennic, how have you been?
Very good, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Is your throat still sore from when Vader was choking you?
No, it's healed since then.
Did you have some honey and tea?
No, I had death.
Right. That would do it. All right, let's see. My first question for you is, who is your favorite Star Wars character of all time, and why?
C-3PO.
Why?
I just like that he's a golden geek.
He's a golden geek. He's pretty funny, right?
Sorry.
What do you think about identity politics being in movies? Do you like them being in movies, or should we have them out of our entertainment?
I think it should all be out of entertainment.
Should all be out of entertainment.
Yes.
I like it. Very nice. Swift and decisive. What's your favorite Star Wars movie and why?
My favorite was Empire Strikes Back. Second would be Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Yeah,
well,
second.
You're a bit biased, though, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
A smidge biased. I also like Empire Strikes Back. What's the best lightsaber duel of all time? It's mine, right? It's definitely mine.
Probably. Yeah, because you got to take on 2 Jedis.
Who else has done that? Have you ever seen that before?
No.
So I deserve some credit for being pretty badass, right?
Exactly.
Thank you. Let me see. Bob Iger did a memoir recently. He wrote a memoir, and he said that George Lucas felt betrayed when they didn't go with 7, 8, and 9, even though, legally they didn't have to.
Correct.
What do you think about that, and should they have gone with George's original plan?
They should have respected George a little bit more. I think Bob Iger looked at profit versus the actual creativity that George put into it. But, that's kind of funny because George spent all his life being the anti-corporation, and then he turned into a corporation, so it's kind of...
It's interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
It did feel weird that he sold it, or couldn't he at least put a clause in, you must do 7, 8, and 9 like this before I sign it over? It just kind of felt strange to me.
Yeah, there's... Who knows what was happening in the negotiation table between lawyers and everybody else, but yeah, I think so too.
Word. Let me see here. Are you excited for The Mandalorian?
Yes, I am.
What do you think of the trailer?
The trailer wasn't as exciting as what I wanted it to be, but I do like it. I also have hope for more in the clones. In other words, more going on.
With the clones?
Yes, yes.
Very nice. I like that. Let me see, here we are. The writer to solo a Star Wars movie announced to the press that Lando was pansexual before the release of the film. What do you think about changing a character's identity in a prequel film?
I didn't hear that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
They just announced that he was pansexual, which I didn't know what that meant, but I think it's just you could love anything.
Anything.
Like robots.
No, I don't think sex has anything to do with it. It wasn't... when you look at the relationship between Han and Leia, it was also very romantic. It wasn't overt. Mm-hmm. And I think putting a title, odd gender title on somebody makes it overt.
Little overt.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Rian Johnson said he wouldn't change anything in The Last Jedi. Would you? And if you would, what would you have changed?
I wouldn't have killed Luke the way I did, or the way they did.
Would you have killed him at all?
No, I wouldn't have. I would have let him go like Yoda did.
That was a pretty sweet moment, right?
Right.
Speaking of Luke, he said he felt hornswoggled in that he only got one movie. He wasn't really in the first one, and he's killed off. He's not really in the third one much. Right. He felt hornswoggled, and he said he fundamentally disagreed with every choice Rian made for his character. What do you think about that?
I agree with him.
Very nice.
He was pivotal in what we older fans agreed to, as far as you go back to 1980 and things like that. They should have hung on to that.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I found the most interesting about that is Mark Hamill was talking about, he said, Harrison didn't have to change much or go out of his comfort zone. He was still Han, Leia was still Leia. Why am I so different?
Right. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I agree with that as well. Do you think there's a lot of suspense in a potential third showdown between Kylo and Rey, given that she's already kind of taken him through the ringer in the first 2 films?
Yeah, I would like to see more of that. I would like to see Kylo struggle more with his light and dark also that's in him, like his grandfather did. I'd like to see that. I also like that the Emperor's back in this one.
You dig Palpatine.
Yeah, I do. I do.
I mean, it's hard not to. It's the Emperor, right? He's
Right.
a pretty badass, right?
Right.
Let me see. I think that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions for me, or would you like to say anything to any Star Wars fans or Lucasfilm? Just final parting thoughts.
May the Force be with you.
And may the Force serve you well.
We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close.